All right, everybody. Hello, welcome to the first episode of the first episode of the podcast thing that I'm doing to talk about um the role play that I'm going to be making or the role play that I'm going to be making into a animated series. And yeah, role play, outline script and finally animation. Um I did it with my friend Bugs and um we were it's based off of HETALIA, so that you can glean that information. Um, and I say a lot. I'm very sorry. Uh, it is very long. that's that's one thing that's important to keep in mind is that it's very long. Um, there is still time for you to get involved with the project if you so wish to be involved in the project. Um, You can do things like voice acting, storyboarding, animating, music creation, and I also need people to help me create the script. Hooray! Um, the one thing I do, Dogga, get out of my drink. Sorry, my rat decided that it would be fun to get in my drink. Um, we also need people who know how to write scripts and stuff like that. I use a program called Trelby, but I am not a very like experienced scriptwriter. So I do need help. Um, what I'm going to be doing here today is I'm going to be describing what this project is, and I'm also going to be um, explaining how you can help out with the project and stuff like that. Because I know that the Hetalia fandom is really big in helping people do things, especially when it comes to fan projects. Because if you think about it, some of the most important things in the Hetalia fandom are fan projects. Like some of the biggest things that have ever happened, like Heta Oni is probably one of the biggest things that has ever happened in the fandom. And that is an entirely fan made project. And so and Dream Talia. And if you ever wanted to be involved in something like that, this is your great big chance. Like this is a huge chance for you to get involved in something and you can brag about it to your grandchildren when you're 90. Um maybe not, but you can brag about it to your family. Uh, so let's begin here. So, with the question, we wrote up a little thing for questions and answers that people might have. So, the first question we did is what actually is this? The short answer is that it's going to be an animated series based off a roleplay, based off Italia. It's based off of a lot of things. The roleplay is being turned into a script, which will be used to animate it. The long answer begins here. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Ricky and a girl named Bugs. They were so bored that everyone died. The end. Just kidding. That's not actually how it went, though. That is pretty close. What actually happened is we both had Hetalia, fan child. Yes, you heard that correctly. Fan child. OCs, some with different couples, and we decided, hey, wouldn't it be fun, hip, and cool if they all met up in some middle dimension? We basically went from there, hashing out the details of this middle dimension and why they were there. Um, so that's like the beginning of it. And there's more. I'm sorry, my computer's being an asshole. But we basically went from there, hashing out the details of this middle dimension and why they were there. We decided they were being chased by demons, and these demons took on the vague form of wolves. Why wolves? I don't know. I thought that would be cool. And at the time, we weren't thinking, yeah, that's what Bug said. Bug said because they have a very dynamic body type, which makes them one of the most efficient hunters besides cats. That's not the reason I made them the wolves. I just made them wolves because I thought they looked cool. Um, that's a good explanation for why the demons chose to be wolves. because of their dynamic body properties. However, a lot of them are mostly vaguely wolf-shaped creatures. They're not necessarily wolves. So all of you wolf lovers out there, don't be offended or anything, because one of the main characters is actually a wolf and is a good wolf. It, by your definition, good. She's kind of she's kind of an anti-hero almost. But that's another thing. So, and then after deciding this, we also decided there was going to be death, and lots of it. We didn't quite know what we were starting, but we knew it was going to be big. The original plan was just to turn it into a fanfic and let it be. But then we were kind of inspired by HETALIA and HETALIA and decided, hey, we should totally make this into an animated series. So here we are back at square one. So that's basically the beginning of everything. And I apologize for this. Yeah, that's where it begins. This is where the story begins. Um, if you're not interested in like OC, like if you think that OCs are like cringy or whatever, and you're like, oh, I don't like OCs, blah blah, you should probably just turn away now. Don't say anything mean. Just don't say anything at all. Like your mother taught you, hopefully taught you when you were 5. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Um, because if you don't like something, just don't support it. Um, but if you do like something and you do want to support it, so we are going on to question 2. Okay, I'm interested. How do I help? The short answer is donate or be involved with the project by voice acting, storyboarding, music making, or animating. Now, the longer answer here, to get involved with the project on a more intimate level, you can donate, voice act, storyboard, make music, or animate. And there's some other stuff too that you can. There's other anonymous stuff, not anonymous. Blech. There's other stuff you can do. Assorted stuff you can do. That's the word I was looking for. Donating is simple enough, and it also gets you access to our special donor chat and our Discord channel. To get access to the Discord channel, you obviously have to have a Discord account, but Discord is free and it's better than Skype, and so you should probably definitely check it out if you haven't already. And the super special chat is really cool because any amount of money donated, whether it be $1 or $100, will grant you access to this chat. Perks of this chat include, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Seeing episodes 3 days before they're released to the public. For people who donate like $50 or more, they get it 3 days before. For people who donate like $100 or more, it's like a week before that. Um, yeah, you get to sit on episode editing sessions with me, Ricky. You get special content such as bloopers, deleted scenes, and more, and sneak peeks of the script and background information. Hooray! If you're interested in actually being a part of the finished project, as in you want to actually like be in the project itself, you can ask me, Ricky, or Bugs, my friend, about being a voice actor, storyboarder, music composer, animator, or scriptwriter. We still have a need for all of these things. Yes, we need them badly. And I'm also willing to pay you, as in like real money. So like it's not all for free. Like, I'm not asking you to like dedicate 100 million hours of your life for something that you're never going to see a penny for. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. And also, any donations that get sent in are used to pay the artists and the voice actors and everybody else who does this. So it's not going to us. Like, we're not getting profit off of this. It's going to the people who are doing all the work. And so that brings us to our third question. All right, now I'm super interested. Where do I send my donations? You can send all monetary donations to justlittlehitaliathings@gmail.com. That's my PayPal email. Please be sure to include your name, Discord username if you have one, and what to reward you're claiming. I'll also need your contact info if you want a fic/drawing so we can work out the details. More information below in the actual what I'm about to say. I'm about to say the rewards, and the rewards are also going to be posted in the description section of the video. Please do not include a shipping address as this is digital work. And if you include a shipping address and then something doesn't get shipped because it's not a physical work, PayPal will be like, "Oh, you scammed them," and will be all weird about it. Um, and please do not send as a friend family because I can get in trouble for that. If you're not actually a friend or family. Um, Discord or not Discord. PayPal is weird about that. So I can only, and I can only receive a certain amount of from friends, family stuff a year. I think either a month or a year. And if my family actually wants to send me something, they should be able to do that. So any further questions about the content itself can be asked in the comment section of this video. So if you're wondering, like, I'm going to go over briefly what the plot is, but if you are wondering, like, in depth, like, oh, what pairings are there, what kids are there, like what is happening here, you can ask in the comment section and we'll give you answers that aren't spoilery because we don't want to spoil you, obviously, because if you get spoiled, then what's the point of watching the actual thing? But we can tell you those simple things. So without further ado, I'm going to read the basic plot for this. The short version of it is, demons are present everywhere in the multiverse, and now they focus on our HETALIA characters and their children. In an attempt to save them, a group of dimension travelers, Liz, Dictator, and Eli, have gathered them up from across 2 different dimensions and transported them to a middle dimension called the Middleverse. However, the demons have followed them there too, and after the death of one character, they realize they have no choice other than to fight these monsters. So basically, some more stuff. If you see a Greek letter, shit's about to go down. Don't get attached to anyone. The gore is mild. There aren't going to be innards strewn everywhere, but there will be blood. The fan kids come from 2 different dimensions, and there are 2 different sets of them. Mine and Bugs. Some have the same parents, some have different parents. The actual mechanics of... As Bugs said, in their universe, the children randomly appear. In my universe, they're actually physically born like a physical child. And the mechanics of how the parents work is explained later on in the actual thing, so I won't spoil you for that right now. And just a little tidbit of information: anybody older than 10 is not safe. If you're older than 10, you better watch your fucking back, because you can get the axe. If you're younger than 10, we decided that anybody younger than 10 is safe from the axe, but anybody 10 and up, not safe from the axe. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind when you get when you start doing all this. And now, the rewards. These are the rewards for monetary donations, and these will also be in the description section of the video. So the $5 mint reward is, if you donate $5, you get your name, alias, whatever, will be featured in the credits of each episode, same with all higher donations. So any amount over $5 or over gets you your name in the credits as a sponsor. And that's pretty cool, because then people, they know your name. They're like, oh, cool, this person helped out with this. $10 Cobalt reward. If you donate $10 or more, you get a fic that is 1,500 words approximately. May vary, but will likely be over 1,500 if it varies. Because if you pay $10, you are guaranteed 1,500 words in the fanfiction. That is a guarantee. It may be a little longer. It may be a little longer, but it will never be shorter. Never. You are guaranteed to get 1,500 words. Any pairing is fine as long as it's not incest or pedophilia. Incest refers to same last name, blood relation, or cest in the name. So pairings like Franada and US UK are not considered incest because they're not considered actually brothers. They're considered, they call themselves, they just kind of find those kids in the field. They're not actually really blood related to these children. So whereas Iceland and Norway actually share genetic information. So, like, if they are like blood related, that's probably going to be a no. Anything with cest in the name, like Italian cest or German cest, we're not doing that. Just that's just our personal thing. We're not saying that you're a terrible person if you like that stuff. We're just saying we don't do that. We also don't do pedophilic ships. So basically, if you come to us and be like, "Can you do this child character with this adult character?" We're gonna be like, "No, we're not doing that." Um, unless you want them written as an adult, which in that case, that's fine if you want them written as an adult. But if you want them written as a child, then no, we're not doing that. So then moving on to the $20 Rose Reward. One of the following: a 3,000 plus word, likely multi-chapter fanfic of your choice, again, following the regulations above, or a fully colored / shaded full body drawing of your favorite character / OC. Traditional, and any OCs must have a reference for that. So if you donate $20 or more, that's what you get. $50 or more, pumpkin reward. Either both of the previous rewards, or 2 of one of those categories, double the size of the fic, or 2 drawings. Same rules apply. So basically what that means is you can either choose 2 of the rewards previously, the 10 and 20. You can get both of them. Or you can choose one and double the size of whatever it is you wanted. So you could either get a 3,000 word fic, a 6,000 word fic, or 2 fully colored, full shaded, full body drawings of your favorite character or OC. Now, note that these drawings will be traditional for now. We have some artists who have offered to do digital work. If you want digital work, just specify that, and I'll get in contact with one of the artists who said that they will do digital work and send them send you some examples of their work. So if you want digital work, just let me know when you send in the donation thingy. $75 lavender reward. You get 1 drawing, full body colored shaded traditional, of your OTP or whatever ship you like, and a full length fanfic, 10 plus chapters. Yes, you heard that right. 10 plus chapters. Based around it. Same rules apply. Now note, my chapters generally range around 1,000 words. So that means that you would be getting, at the very least, 10,000 words for $75. To put it in perspective, usually I charge $1 for every 100 words. So that would be $100. You're basically getting $100 worth of writing for $75, which is pretty darn good. Like that's 25% off. Finally, wait, no, not finally, almost finally, $100 diamond reward. One animatic of your OTP or whatever to your favorite song. Traditional, same rules apply unless you want it to be digital, which in that case we'll talk to the people who are providing digital art and we can get things done. The animatic can be to your favorite song or whatever song you want, and whatever pairing you want, following the rules that were placed before. And then finally, for the very last one, as Bugs just said, if you want, it doesn't have to be like a romantic pairing. It can be a platonic or like a family relation. Like you can have a song about brotherhood or whatever, and have the 2 German bros or whatever, and that's totally fine. Basically, it's whatever you want. If you donate more than $100, this is to be discussed individually with either Ricky or Bugs, and likely you will be revered as a god in our eyes and will be willing to fly to your home and lick your shoes clean, TBH. Also, you will get exclusive access to the episodes 7 days prior to public release, as well as deleted scenes of access before the final cut. So, you get super special status in the Discord chat, or if you don't have Discord, I will email it to you, and you will get to see that, very specially. And note that all of the money we earn is going towards the project. More money pretty much means more content for you, maybe even a sequel or a second project. We are not making any money off of this. We're not we're not making profit off of this. All of the money that we earn is going back to the people who are working on it. So, like, I'm not going to take your $100 and use it to buy another snake. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not, Bugs isn't going to take your $100 and use it to buy 100 tacos at Taco Bell. That's not happening. We're, Um, we we will be using it to pay the artists and the voice actors and everybody else who's working on the project. Um, yeah, as well as paying for the necessary supplies to actually put this together. Yes, like if somebody's device breaks, then we can use the money to replace it so that we don't have to go on indefinite hiatus, which I am sure the consumers of the product would not be very interested in hearing. So, that is basically what's going on here. And well, that's that's it, folks. I mean, that's really that's what it is. I mean, if you're interested, definitely drop a question by. You can also private message me. I'm gonna put my Discord in the um video description, so you can send me a DM if you want. You can talk to me, just be like, yo, Ricky, what's going on? I'll just be like, yeah, dude, saw, dude. You know, like, I'm a pretty chill guy. I'm not gonna, like, freak out at you if you randomly message me, so. Um, just keep that in mind. And also, feel free to join our Discord. I'm going to be putting the Discord link in there. Feel free to join our Discord, and you can also send me emails if you don't have a Discord. And if you donate, make sure to include all the stuff that we say to include, or else you may not be able to get your stuff, and that would be really sad for both of us, because we would really want to give you your stuff, and it would be very unfortunate if you didn't. So, thanks for coming here, and I will talk with you guys later. Goodbye.